welcome back to another segment of Zamunda Queens. This week we're going to be talking about passion versus purse. Basically, pursuing what you really love, what you want to do, what you feel like you've been called to do in this world, or doing what brings you money and puts food on the table, pays your bills, and gets you those awesome bags and everything that you want.
But why should it even be a case of where you have to choose between the two? Can't you make money from your passion?
You can, but the thing is with a lot of people, it's like they studied something else, or they pursued the wrong thing because they did it when they were too young to know what they wanted, or they were just kind of forced by their parents to like become maybe something that is the more traditional sense of a career.
So on the two sides of the spectrum, where do you guys think you fall?
For me, I've chosen passion over purse. Like, I would die if I didn't write and perform and pursue my passions. You know, I feel like if this is your one chance to live, then you must live it to the fullest, and you must be brave enough to know that, you know, your passions can ultimately make money for you. And you?
Well, I've chosen passion over purse because I studied architecture, and now I'm basically training to become a designer, a fashion designer. So, yeah. Should I expand? Or
go ahead.
So I think for me, like having worked as an architect and just that feeling of wanting to wake up not wanting to wake up in the morning, like I just couldn't do it anymore. It just felt like I know what I want to do. I think it would be different if you don't know what you want to do and you've studied something, then you can actually just keep doing it until you figure out what you want to be. But when you actually know what you want to do, it's that much harder to actually get up in the morning for money
and do something completely different. I think it's true because some people are stuck in these kind of like soul-sucking industries where they know, like, I don't want to, because it's one thing to be like, oh, I'd much rather be a ballerina, but okay, I'll just keep pushing these numbers at the accountancy firm because I also kind of like accounting. But I think there are some industries where it's like I actually really hate where I'm at, and even if I were doing something completely different from being a ballerina, I don't want to be here. And I think a lot of people in our kind of age group are stuck in those places where it's not even a thing of I'd rather be somewhere else, but it's like I actually really hate being here. Because if you're in a place that's really just, you know, taking away purpose of life, of waking up and of being, I think it becomes quite dangerous, even like for your mental health.
What careers do you think you guys just would wake up and be like, take me now, Lord, like I can't do this anymore?
I couldn't be in corporate. I could never sit like just behind a desk every day punching numbers or typing this or that. I couldn't. I have to interact with people. I can't.
So what are you doing now?
Oh, I'm a psychologist by day, makeup by night, superhero in between. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and those are both definitely passion, and I make money from both of them, so I'm good on that spectrum.
I think it's very rare for people to actually find a balance between, you know, their passions and actually earning money. And I think another thing is that people might actually not know what their passions are, you know, so they just kind of settle for being in jobs that, you know, just pay the rent and you know, pay the bills and stuff.
But that used to be sufficient. If you think of our parents' generation, it wasn't even a thing of I need to go to work because I'm looking for something to make me happy. But it's like, it makes me happy to be able to provide for my family. Therefore, I'm just going to take whatever job I can get to be able to provide for our family. And like in our generation, we keep looking for something that keeps us happy and stuff. And I think that that's why we stay in like these short-term things where it's like I'm at a job for no longer than 2 years because you keep looking for the next high. You know, like you just keep looking for the next high from this place and from that place. And it's so like your CV, I feel like I worry that our CVs are going to look like such a mess in about 10 years time because there's no idea of longevity and commitment within industries that we're at. And it's not a bad thing to like look for your purpose, but I worry about like looking for too much happiness or your identity within your occupation or within your employment. I think that I kind of like and revere how our parents did it by it makes me happy to provide for my family, therefore I'm going to look for a job rather than I'm looking for a job to make me happy.
People people always think it's like an either or thing. It's like it's either my passion or you know it's money, but you can do both. Just because you like painting doesn't mean painting must be how you get money. You know what I mean? You could work, do something during the day, and then come back and do painting as a hobby. You know what I mean? So I think that, you know, you have to really discover what you want to do, because anything at the end of the day becomes a job. So as much as, for example, Patty, you like fashion designing is your job. You know what I mean? And it's not always, there are going to be days where you don't necessarily like want to work. You know what I mean? And when you're passionate about something, it's easier for you to get through those days. Yeah.
But I think the difficulty with wanting to do something during the day and then let's say coming home to your passion is that the amount of hours we just spend at a standard 8 to 5 is just so exhausting. You'll find that by the time you get home you can't do anything. You actually just like want to sleep. I mean, if you're gonna make dinner, by the time you're done and then you have to wake up for the next day, and then when the weekend comes you're actually just so finished from the week. You just want to either hang out with friends or sleep. It's very hard to squeeze in what you really love into the remaining time, you know. So I don't know about, you know, trying to do them both together.
What do you guys think about purpose versus purse? Whether or not it's something that can actually, excuse me, something that people like can actually balance. Whether it's getting money, whether it's getting money from your passion, or if it's something that you can split like half day, like what Nova was saying. What do you guys think? What are you guys doing? And yeah, please do share your thoughts with us. I think we are privileged to be in our 20s and be able to explore and have these questions and not have to just go day by day and have to provide all the time. But do share with us. Let us know what you think. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.